Now a Color 10 exclusive. The Secretary of the Army says an Army drawdown is not a choice. John McHugh says now leadership is trying to go about those cuts in the most thoughtful way possible. McHugh spoke to our Kevin Schwaller today at Fort Leonard Wood, and Kevin, the Secretary, is not ruling out cuts at the fort.
When leadership issues orders, soldiers are expected to follow them. Outside of Fort Leonard Wood, communities are questioning the leadership, even trying to influence decisions. We took some of those questions to Secretary of the Army, John McHugh.
Everybody's worried about it.
Recently, when customers sit in these chairs,
Just worried about losing their jobs, and it's always a big threat here.
they have Fort Leonard Wood on the mind and more hair on their heads.
You can tell when people are worried about their money, they don't spend near as much as they usually do. People cut down even small things like haircuts.
Jeff Browning is part owner of Rippy's Barbershop within eyesight of the fort.
Oh, the cutbacks and stuff? Yeah.
He says cuts unrelated to a possible drawdown are already hitting customers like Terry Lindsay.
Moved because I was working on Fort Leonard Wood, and with the furlough going on, I was going to lose quite a bit of money.
Now the most drastic possible cuts under a drawdown leave the fort with nearly 4,000 fewer personnel.
I think if the fort draws down, it's gonna hurt this area.
And it's not just a barber shop outside the gate. Communities as far as Rolla and Lebanon are also raising concerns.
Are their voices making a difference in your mind?
Well, they had a terrific listening session here, about 1,200 people as I understand it, and the Army likes to be where we're liked.
Secretary of the Army John McHugh says the support isn't new information, and he says the Army has to make hard decisions under the Budget Control Act. Decisions that will focus primarily on brigade combat team.
But there will have to be some changes in the structure and the placement of the support activities and the enablers, which you do have activity here, of course.
We sure make this place a ghost town if we start sending our soldiers out and getting rid of all the jobs out on post.
With each job, another story or an empty chair at the barbershop off post.
McHugh says he spoke with Governor Jay Nixon last night, who he says was enormously supportive. McHugh also says leadership is looking to make a decision about this in the first part of next month.